I find that very hard to believe, mate.
Dr. Rochford takes his medicine,
Bring it on.
but can he find new strength?
Just like that.
Hello, I'm Sigrid Thornton. How much exercise do you need to do before you start burning fat? It's a question that's been hotly debated over the years, but a lot of people still believe that 20 minutes is the magic number. As far as they're concerned, that's when the fat starts peeling off.
Is it hard work?
It can be, yes.
Oh no. Does the 20-minute fat-burning theory have legs?
And so we're going to pick up the pace and put a little hill in it.
Layla McKinnon works up a sweat to find out.
You need to speed up a little more, or are you ready to come down? All right, let's bring it down.
The great toothbrush debate, electric versus manual.
But which one is going to be the best for my choppers?
Slats brushes up to find out.
Start now.
Laughter. We're told it's the best medicine.
It makes us feel good. It doesn't cost us anything.
But can it save lives by reducing the chance of a heart attack?
We would certainly recommend a good hearty laugh daily.
Plus,
let's get this Aussie in the water.
how long can we hold our breath for? Dr. Rochford learns the tricks of the trade from some of the best free divers in the business.
Hey, what's good for you? Did your mama tell you what's good for you? Did your mama tell you what's good for you? What's good for you?
Now, I'm not a dentist, so I can show you my face. I've got two toothbrushes here, the standard type we all grew up with, where I have to do all the work. And the other one I've got here is the U-Butte electric toothbrush with all the bells and whistles. Quite simply, all you have to do is turn it on and watch it go. But which one is going to be the best for my choppers? Which one is going to be the best at keeping our fangs sparkly clean?
Would you like to learn how to have strong, healthy teeth?
Ever since Adam was a boy, we've been trying to figure out the best way to keep our teeth clean.
A toothbrush isn't expensive and is very simple to use.
But which one's best and why is it so important? Well, before tackling that vexing question, I'm paying a visit to the University of Melbourne's Dental Museum.
Hi there, Professor.
Professor Henry Atkinson is the curator of the museum. He's got some pretty sinister-looking dental tools and toothbrushes too.
Don't know, but the earliest examples we have are a root, which was supposed to have been made 1750, something like that. They took a root and soaked it in essential oils and then hammered the end out and made it fluffy. So then they could polish their
A bit
teeth.
harsh on the gums, don't you think?
Well, they were nice and soft when they used them, but it would have been harsh on the gums, there's no doubt about that.
In the early 1900s, toothbrushes progressed to having bone handles with wild boar bristles. Nylon bristles became the norm after World War II, and nowadays, of course, we've got toothbrushes of every shape and size.
Haven't had a clean for a while. It's about time. Got a bit of calculus there.
There's a good reason for all this fussing over the state of our teeth. Fact is, we've got over 600 species of bacteria running around in our mouths. It's always warm and wet in there, and that's the perfect breeding ground for nasties.
Well, basically, we've got bacteria in our mouth that can build up on teeth, which is called plaque, and that plaque can then produce tooth decay and also gingivitis, which is gum disease, and periodontitis, which is bone disease.
Well, there's 3 good reasons to brush well. Sarah Knightsert, who works out of a dental surgery in Sydney's Castle Hill, uses professional gear to clean her patients' teeth. But what should we use at home? Manual or electric? I've persuaded Sarah to show us the way, and I've stepped up to be part of the experiment. Okay, Sarah, well, how are we going to test which is better, the electric or the manual toothbrush?
Okay, well today we've got 5 subjects and you to test which one is better. So 3 will be using electric, 3 will be using manual.
I'll be working on being top of the class. So,
Okay.
And I want to go manual, because that's
Okay.
how I do it at home, so I
Yeah,
want to test
good
my
idea.
manual ability.
So I'll give you this lovely pink one for you, just for you, Michael.
Thank you, Sarah.
And we'll get started.
Okay, bring on the volunteers. Get the plaque going, Rod. To make the most of this experiment, I'm joined by 5 dental students. Who better to test out toothbrushes than a bunch of tooth doctors in the making? Go on. Before we fight the funk, we're filling our mouths with gunk. And no one's cleaned their teeth for a full 24 hours.
Okay, well I've prepared these cups of disclosing solution for you. Okay,
Disclosing
so what we'll
solution?
do now
That sounds
is
ominous.
that around your mouth. And after 24 hours of not brushing your teeth, that should leave quite a lot of red on your teeth.
Yeah,
okay?
it's pretty gross,
So, did you want to start here?
I'll start. Okay. It works like this. The disclosing solution stains the bacteria in the mouth. Medicine you got as a kid.
Classic look. It is a classic look.
What lovely teeth you have, my dear. Not. Oi! Who invited Norman Gunston along?
So each one of you will just line up here and we'll just take it now.
One last thing to do before we start brushing. Sarah lines up everyone to get the before shot of the stained teeth.
And it's Michael.
It's a good look.
Yeah. Handsome. There we go. Good one.
The winning team will be the one with the whitest teeth of all after 2 minutes brushing.
Okay guys, now we're ready to brush. So we've got the manual toothbrushes here and the electric back there. You've got 2 minutes, so do your best. Okay, start now.
In less than 2 minutes, we'll be able to answer the question that's been gnawing away at us since the invention of the electric toothbrush. Is it really worth the money?
What's good for you?
Now here's something. We humans only get 1 replacement set of choppers when our baby teeth fall out. But elephants get 6, and crocodiles, well, they get 40 sets over their lifetime. No wonder they're always in the mood for eating.
Exercise, it's a modern day obsession, and rightly so. But how long do we have to exercise to start seeing results? When it comes to exercise, there's an old saying, no pain, no gain. That means you've got to slog your guts out for at least 20 minutes before you start to burn fat. But is that 20-minute rule really true, or is it just a ploy to make us work harder? Every year, Australians spend $780 million in the pursuit of fitness. So it's no wonder we're constantly being sold the idea that looking good and staying fit has to involve losing a few pounds. When we exercise, there are 2 energy sources we can burn: carbohydrates, known as sugars, or fats. But which one actually determines a greater weight loss? And do we have to exercise for 20 minutes to see benefits? Dr. Allison, I'm Layla McKinnon.
Leah, nice to meet you.
Dr. Thomas Allison is a specialist researcher in the area of cardiovascular fitness. He works out of the world-renowned Mayo Clinic in the US state of Minnesota. And he's devised a test to answer this 20-minute exercise question. Is it hard work?
It can be, yes.
Oh no.
Depending on how long you want to go on the test.
Okay. To make sure I stay in top shape for my test, the good doc is monitoring my heart rate. And by measuring the amount of oxygen I consume, he'll be able to tell whether I'm burning fats or sugars.
Even though your nose is clipped and you got this thing in your mouth, breathe normally.
Okay.
So we're going to pick up the pace and put a little hill in it. At this point, we're walking at 3.7 miles per hour.
Dr. Allison wants to see how I fare at different exercise levels, so he's pushing me as far as I can go. If we're to believe the oft-quoted theory, I won't start burning fat for at least 20 minutes.
Now we'll let you, again, run here for a minute or two until we get a steady state.
But Dr. Allison is not going to deliver the goods on that front without making me work for it.
And then we'll again see how many calories per minute you're burning.
After 30 minutes on the treadmill, I'm starting to wonder if I can ever get off this machine.
Okay, I think we've got the information we need. You need to speed up a little more, or are you ready to come down? All right, let's bring it down.
Thank goodness for that. But have I been burning fat, sugar, or something else this last half hour? I'm dying to find out.
Next, the truth about spinach.
Now, this stuff is renowned for its iron content.
But is it as good as Popeye would have us believe?
Talk's cheap, so let's get it on.
Let's get it on!
Plus,
Okay, stop now.
which is better,
Just rinse out now and then we'll see how well you've done.
manual or electric?
Sarah, the results are in.
Got about a minute to go, so you're halfway through.
Now I'm trying to sort out a fairly modern argument. Are we better off cleaning our choppers with an electric toothbrush or the old style manual ones? We've been given 2 minutes to clean our teeth. I'm in the manual camp and we're facing off against the automatic toothbrush squad.
Okay, stop now. That's your 2 minutes, so just rinse out now and then we'll see how well you've done.
The next step, fronting up once more for the dreaded disclosing solution. This stuff is really foul tasting. But if we've cleaned our teeth properly, the hot pink solution will go straight down the sink.
You're a manual one. Yep, that's a pretty good result.
If we've done a good job, there won't be any plaque left on our teeth for the solution to stain.
Yours with the manual. Yeah, that's okay, Michael.
But who's done the best job? The manual toothbrush camp or the electric toothbrushes? Well, let's have a look at the before and after shots. First, the electric toothbrushes. And check out the difference, it's amazing. The hot pink teeth have turned to white. It's a plaque-free zone. Now, how about our old-fashioned manual brushes? Hey, how do you like that? The transformation in our teeth is just as impressive. The hot pink has become a dazzling white for every team member. The bottom line, it doesn't matter a bit what kind of toothbrush you use.
Sarah, the results are in, and I must admit, when I turned up today, I thought that the electric was going to be the winner because I thought it was probably going to be a more effective way of brushing your teeth, but they're both the same.
I'm not surprised by the results. All the research shows that manual and electric toothbrushes work the same if used correctly.
You heard it here first, folks. But don't throw out the electric toothbrush just yet. There's still a place for it. Studies have shown that electric toothbrushes with small rotating heads are better at brushing those places that are hard to get to.
The electric toothbrush is suited for people who have a lack of manual dexterity for various reasons, such as disability, or even the elderly sometimes find it troubling to use the manual toothbrush. So that's when I recommend that one over a manual one.
Well, why then are these so popular these days?
I think people just like the ease of them. You know, they find them easy to use. They just think it works better because it's electric. And they probably have the same misconception that you had when you came in.
So tell me, Sarah, which kind of toothbrush do you use?
I actually use a manual toothbrush, yeah. I just prefer it because I feel like I have better control of what I'm doing, and I take my time brushing my teeth, so I feel that works well.
Okay, so while we're on the subject of teeth brushing, get a load of this.
Brushing your teeth right after meals will keep them in good condition. Even rinsing your mouth out with water will help. If you are out of toothpaste, a mixture of baking soda and salt will clean your teeth very well.
That's a pretty extreme solution, but if you're desperate, it does work. In terms of toothbrush technique, it's actually not that important whether you use a circular or a back and forth motion.
Take your time, okay, don't rush it. Brush every surface of every tooth properly, okay? So by that I mean touching every surface and making sure that you're getting rid of the plaque there.
And floss.
And floss.
Don't forget to
You've
floss.
got to floss every day because that gets rid of all the plaque between your teeth, which the toothbrush just can't get to.
Okay, thanks for your time today.
No problems, thank you.
Great. It's official. Technology didn't win the day. But you know what? In a recent survey, the humble toothbrush was rated the most important invention in the history of mankind. That's right, it outpolled cars, phones and computers, which makes sense really. Could you imagine a world without toothbrushes?
One final word on toothbrushes. Soft bristles are the go, because hard bristles wear away the gums, causing them to recede. And they also wear away the enamel on your teeth.
Spinach, as far as the eye can see. Now, this stuff is renowned for its iron content, and as legend has it, if I eat just a little bit of spinach, I'm going to end up with superhuman strength.
Spinach's reputation grew in tune with the popularity of legendary animated cartoon character Popeye. He was famous for gaining instant superhuman strength just from eating a can of spinach. But Popeye didn't come up with the theory that spinach rules. In 1870, a food scientist called Dr. von Wolf estimated that spinach contained 10 times more iron than any other green vegetable. Since iron was known to improve blood flow and to strengthen muscles, he concluded that eating spinach would deliver superior strength. And Popeye was born.
Now, to find out if spinach is going to make me superhumanly strong, I'm of course going to have to eat some. And then I'm going to compare myself to a bloke who actually happens to be superhumanly strong.
This bloke's none other than Derek Boyer, a 6-time competitor in the Australian World's Strongest Man competition and a Guinness World Record holder for truck pulling.
Just like that.
Now, if the Popeye theory is correct, I'll get a dose of instant strength the moment this stuff goes down the hatch.
Unfortunately, Derek, you were Australia's strongest man until today, because I have my spinach right here, and your reign as champion is over.
Bring it on.
That's good stuff, Derek. You're in trouble, mate. Let's get to it.
Andrew, this is the ultimate test of strength. This weighs 160 kilos. All you have to do is bend down, pick it up and put it onto this waist-high barrel. Are you ready?
Sounds easy.
Just like that. Now it's your go.
It's all right. Just waiting for the spinach to work. Yep, that's good, Derek.
Well, I don't think that spinach worked, did it? An arm wrestle should put it beyond doubt.
Let's go. Okay. Well, let's go again. No, I wasn't ready. You got me.
We'll go again.
Yep, let's go.
Mate, are you trying yet?
Oh, no. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right.
What a disaster. I just made myself look like a girl on national TV. So, if spinach doesn't give you instant superhuman strength, why on earth should we still eat it?
So, Matt, what's in spinach that's so good for us?
Spinach is fantastic nutritionally. It has got lots of antioxidants, and they're the things that stop your body rusting out and getting cancer later on in life. It's got vitamin C, And it also has folate, which is another antioxidant. This is really good also because it's hardly got any calories. So you could probably eat bucket loads of this stuff and never get fat.
There's just one more thing. Who's to blame for creating this illusion that spinach makes us strong? The answer to that, straight after the break.
Also ahead, why we're losing the battle of the bulge.
You can't stay at the gym long enough to overcome a banana split.
What's good for you?
Now, who's to blame for making us believe spinach makes us strong? If you reckon Popeye, you'd be wrong. Remember our mate Dr. Von Wolf? Well, you could say he's the chief troublemaker. Way back in 1870, he messed up by misplacing a decimal point and wrongly estimating the iron content of spinach to be 10 times greater than any other green vegetable. But the truth is, spinach contains little more in the way of iron than broccoli or bok choy.
So the mistake was corrected in 1937, but by then it was all a bit too late. The Popeye cartoons had started in 1929, and most of the world still believes that spinach is all you need for strength.
What's good for you?
I think we've got the information we need. You need to speed up a little more, or are you ready to come down? All right, let's bring it down.
I'm in Minnesota, winding down from an intense workout. I'm trying to find out if 20 minutes exercise is required before we start burning fat.
Now you're still breathing hard, you've got some perspiration, you're flushed, your body temperature's up.
I've switched from a hard run to a gentle walk as a cool-down routine. And guess what? I'm burning fat and calories right now.
So you're going to continue to burn calories for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes while your body cools down from this exercise.
Dr. Ellison says we're burning fat the moment we start walking, and we don't have to do it for 20 minutes for our bodies to benefit.
Light exercise, the body can afford to choose an inefficient fuel like fat.
But once you pick up the exercise intensity, things change.
As exercise becomes more intense, we need a more efficient fuel that will burn more quickly, produce more energy, and require less oxygen, and so we shift over to glucose.
Glucose, fat, the net result either way is that you're still burning calories. And the more calories you burn, the more weight you'll lose.
Most of us today don't have hours and hours of time. And so we might as well make optimal use of that time by doing relatively high intensity exercise.
Dr. Ellison's advice? Hard physical workouts like swimming, cycling or climbing will always beat easy workouts like walking.
Now that doesn't mean run as fast as you can until you drop and get carried off the track, but to do a relatively high intensity exercise that when you're finished, you're not exhausted but somewhat tired, and that it takes your body a half hour, an hour to fully recover from that exercise, and all during that period, you're continuing to burn calories.
So far, we've just talked about the science of exercise, but there's more to this story. Obesity is a major issue for developed countries around the world, and that's due in large part to the kind of foods we're eating. Let's take a moment to examine the impact a banana split would have on your exercise routine.
You can't stay at the gym long enough to overcome a banana split, to burn off the calories that you could eat in 10 minutes with a big bowl of ice cream and nuts and fruit and syrup on it. You would have to exercise vigorously for 2 hours or more. If you don't control the dietary intake, almost any amount of exercise is insufficient to lose weight and maintain a healthy weight.
You heard it, and it's not just banana splits we're talking about here. You'd need to lift weights for 3 hours to burn off a cheeseburger, ride a bike for 90 minutes to see off a muffin, and play tennis for 2 hours to burn a couple of slices of pepperoni pizza. If you're serious about getting fit and losing weight, the time to start acting is now.
In general, the more calories you put in, the more you're going to have to burn in order to lose weight. Regular exercise really does help, so try not to spend too much time in those armchairs.